Hi gang, Rob here. It is the morning of 31 October 2016. The morning of Halloween. Spookiest day of the year. And I have something before the TheApostleP camera for you guys to look at that might be spooky if you're a bad guy and the good guy's hanging on to it. This is one example of one thing I think zero tolerance knives does quite well. And that is to take a design that's maybe less than perfect when it first hits production, and they tweak and they twiddle and they revise and they come up with something after a couple years that is far better than the original. Must be humid in the shop today. Fingerprints leaving condensation. But what do we have here? Well, let's come in close and take a look at that brightly adorned ZT part number. There it is. It is the ZT0801BRZ. BRZ, abbreviation for bronze, the color of the anodizing on the handle of this latest 801. Not only does it have a bronze anodized handle with some changes, also the steel used, Bowler M390, the darling of the knife world as far as powdered stainless super steels go. These I think were originally available in LMAX, and when they were new, LMAX before ZT got very good at heat treating it. So the steel is a big improvement. Also the handle. You guys will remember the 801. Whoa, what do we got there? You'll remember the original 801, kind of slab-sided with some fluting and zero tolerance milled into the handle pattern in a natural finish titanium. I believe it was a stone washed finish. It was very heavy. The knife was over 6 ounces. It wasn't that good ergonomically. And I don't know, guys didn't love the handle. Now, in this 2016 release, in addition to bronze anodizing, we've got some nicely chamfered surfaces at the spine and at the underside of the knife as the side approaches the edge, and also 5 sort of parallelogram shaped milled holes, nicely chamfered, nicely radiused corners. They give it rather a smart look, don't you think? And of course that hard coat bronze anodizing, which is quite handsome. Looks good with the sort of Parkerized fold-over ZT clip and matching hardware. I think it just goes together all very nicely. So the knife lost some weight. I think it was a tick over 6 ounces in its original form. This one weighs in at a still kind of chunky but more manageable 5.6 ounces. Not that I put a great deal of weight on the balance point of a folding knife, but this one's perfect. Don't remember where the original was, but balance point right in the finger groove, so even though it's a little overweight, it's very neutral in hand, doesn't feel heavy as you're using it. I kind of like it. Let's go over another change they made. And guys, I don't know if they watch my videos or they just got a lot of customer feedback, but gone is the double-sided round pivot, and we have returned to our roots, haven't we? From Kershaw, that nice Hex-Head female pivot that cannot turn in the handle with basically the same male side. Bravo, ZT. Bravo. I don't think we're going to have a pivot loosening issue with the 801BRZ. Just some fine improvements. The blade's still that sort of spearish, pointed Todd Rexford design blade. Very functional for utility and for piercing and tactical use. This one, of course, is from the sharpening bench video, so it's wearing my edge. Look at that tip. This came out just beautifully. My only remaining knock on the knife, I guess, is the way we begin the edge here at the base. You can see in profile, we're just getting the beginnings of a recurve after one sharpening, because the plunge grind is very lazy and there is no choil for sharpening. So as the edge sort of fades back into the plunge grind, there's going to be unsharpened edge for a period, or for a length along that edge grind. And then as it comes to the cutting edge, the more we sharpen that, the more it's going to recurve from this unsharpened area. I don't love that. I have done one 801 with a forward finger choil where I just sort of carried this curve up to give us room for the finger and a clear demarcation of where the edge begins. It came out rather nicely. The knife retains its carry options: tip up, right or left hand. Frankly, as a lefty, I probably won't buy one of these. This is a sharpening customer's knife, belongs to my customer Lex, and I probably won't buy one of these because one of the best design features on the 801BRZ is that milling on the show side scale, and I think if you swap that clip, the clip will then extend to about here with it resting on this flat. I just think that's gonna, I don't know, aesthetically it'll kind of wreck that side of the knife. Flipping action and function on this knife are absolutely beautiful. That retained from the original. It doesn't have a death detent. You can actually rest your fingers on the lock bar if you're right-handed and even apply some pressure, and the knife is still going to flip, but the detent is plenty strong for good flipping action. When disengaging, we're past the detent ball when the flipper hits the thumb. All good stuff. This knife is just a home run, guys. I believe they are sold out. This was sort of a first time run for these in late 2016, and I really, really hope ZT continues to produce this model. You know, I'd hate to see it be a sprint run that sells on the secondary markets for $400 or $500. I'd like to see this improved or perfected 801 become, you know, available in the low to mid 200s for all knife lovers. I think that would be a good thing. Really, really nice knife. If you can find one of these still in inventory somewhere, I would suggest you buy it. What a beauty. Just thought you'd like to see this. This is going to get boxed up and sent back to its owner this afternoon. Just thought you'd like to see it while it's still hanging out. Highly recommended. That's all for this one, my friends. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and Lex's ZT0801BRZ are sharp.